What's good, YouTube? So today I wanted to talk about my investment spread. So I think these are super important blockchain projects that are super exciting right now, that have a huge potential to give you an amazing ROI in the next coming year. So I'm gonna break it down to you really quick. If you look at my screen here, the major blockchains that I'm looking at today is number one, Ethereum, and number two, Solana. So starting with Ethereum here, you're gonna see Ethereum is sitting at currently $4,700. So a year ago, if we fast or rewind, it was right around $500. So as you can see, Ethereum is appreciating over time at a rapid rate. It's insane. It's crazy because that's how the network effect is happening. It's replicating what Bitcoin did in the past. But in this case, Ethereum has a lot of utility because it spawned DeFi, it spawned NFTs, it spawned smart contracts, and it just created a whole vast array of different applications that could be built on blockchain. So because of this, I think Ethereum still has a 2 to 5x potential in the next couple of years. So talking in the next year to 5 years, I see Ethereum potentially getting 5x. And then second on this list, Solana, 5 to 15x potential. Why? Solana is also another amazing blockchain. So my favorite part about Solana is it's the most lightweight blockchain I've used. It's very easy to use because number one, it's very fast whenever you're sending it from one wallet to another. And number two, the fees are super low. The problem with Ethereum today, and they are fixing it with Ethereum 2.0, but the problem is Ethereum has a lot of gas fees because the network gets congested when a lot of people are making transactions at a specific time. Essentially, miners are voting on transactions. So in order to pay or reward these miners, they're taking fees in return. So Solana, I think, solves this issue because it's super lightweight, low fees, and also super fast transaction speed, and also growing at an insane rate. The applications being built in the ecosystem are just multiplying because they have huge supports from the community. A lot of people becoming developers in the community, starting applications, running validators. There are a whole lot of things that are coming to Solana space. NFTs also just got introduced to the space. So huge things. I think a lot of what's going on in Ethereum's market is finding its way to Solana, and it's great. Solana users are also finding new ideas and building new things because the transactions per second and the low fees just brings a whole new level of scalability. So I'm gonna go into the mid tier, moving on forward. So on the mid tier, I have Avalanche, and I see a potential 10 to 20x. So kind of like Solana again here, I think this is just a little bit earlier in Solana's curve, but AVAX here is also a super lightweight blockchain. So this is low transaction fees and also super high transaction speed. So you're getting the best of both worlds, similar to Solana, very similar to Solana, and also an exciting project because a whole new things have started to spawn. And there's this whole new idea of cross-chain and all of these chains coming together to basically work together. So chain agnostic is the direction a lot of these chains are proving to go in, because there are now bridges that goes from one chain to another, making it super and seamlessly easy to go from one blockchain to another and make transactions. It's a crazy amazing world there. So I see a potential 10 to 20x because, as again I said, it's earlier in its curve. If you look at the market cap, it's at 28 billion, and looking at Solana, here you see it's 60 billion. If you look at Ethereum, you see it is 555 billion. So if it's able to replicate what I see happening in Ethereum and Solana, which I think it will, it should see a 10 to 20x in the next couple of years. So moving on to the next on the list, it's Serum, and I know it's high. I got 100 to 200x, and I'm going to explain myself here in a second. So Serum is a decentralized exchange, and the amazing thing about this is it's built on Solana, so super lightweight order book. So it allows for a lot of automated market makers, so trading platforms, to use the order book to match transaction. It's amazing. It's lightweight. It's super sweet because it's built on Solana. So it allows the level of scalability that the transactions will be needed. So like if you are trying to make a gajillion transactions, you need a super lightweight blockchain that's able to handle that. And it's built on Solana. So I think if Solana grows, Serum project is also going to grow because they are currently powering the entire decentralized exchange market on top of Solana. And with all of this cross-chain and bridges coming, I think Serum is also going to have a foot in the moving forward in other chains as well, giving access to decentralized exchange because it's just a market and Serum is just giving order books. So why can't Serum also do that on Avalanche? Why can't they do it on other chains as well? So I think that's something that we could possibly see in the future. And if that does happen, if you look at this market cap, it's $779 million, not even $1 billion yet. So the upside on this is huge. It's very, very huge. Looking at Uniswap and where they're currently at, I think it's a potential replication. So moving on to the next one, we have Polygon, and I see a potential 5 to 50x on here. Hear me out. Polygon is amazing, and again, I was talking about all of this cross-chain layer 2 solution. So this is built on top of Ethereum, and I think it is at a wonderful price right now. $14 billion is the market cap, and I think it definitely should be worth a lot more than that. I think it's worth a lot more than the market thinks, especially because of the amount of usage it's getting on Ethereum's network. And with all of these cross-chain bridges coming soon, I see them also moving extending their capabilities to other chains, because in this blockchain world, anything, as we know, is possible. So moving on to the next on my list, I have the speculation A. So speculation A on my list is just a few things that I'm kind of dabbling with. It's not a super sure banker bet, but more of just like a curiosity of mine. I want to see how it does. So a project here is Harmony, and I've been talking a lot about cross-chain stuff, and Harmony is one that is super, super awesome. I think they're going to take over the cross-chain game, especially for Ethereum's network, and allowing Ethereum users to essentially use other blockchains that are lower fees, but still remain using the Ethereum network. So it's sort of like another door essentially that is cheaper, especially for a lot of users that don't want to deal with the super, super high fees of Ethereum. And this is also a problem Ethereum 2.0 is going to fix. So I'm excited to see how Harmony kind of takes this about. I want to see if they're going to be, going to other platforms as well, and if their use case is actually going to be viable moving forward. But anyway, Harmony sounds pretty exciting to me. And then next on my speculation A, I have Shiba Inu. And we've talked about Shiba Inu a few times on this channel, but Shiba Inu is one of those projects that just came out of nowhere, had a lot of hype, was super, super exciting, and it was just fun to be a part of that ecosystem. So I'm going to continue to follow Shiba Inu. I see a potential 2 to 10x, possibly from where we're currently at, just as the market grows. I think Shiba Inu is a name that's been kind of cemented in the market, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it still do a 10x. Next on my list, we have Dogecoin. So I see a potential 2 to 5x from Dogecoin, because Dogecoin is always going to be relevant in this space. Like we've seen what it's able to do. I think it's going to be adopted more in Web 2 as well, because we've seen Reddit allow users to tip with Dogecoin, and I think that's still in testing maybe, but I could see that possibly being one of the first coins that would go into mainstream and be used as an actual token of currency. Next, we got to talk about my speculation B list. So if you look here, you can see the first on the list is Olympus DAO. So this is a reserve currency, and essentially what it's happening here is they're paying insane APY, so annual percentage yield, on whatever money you put in that DAO back in return if you're reserving your currency with them. So basically staking your currency in that reserve with a collective of other people, creating essentially a bank that's investing money in other vehicles to then split profits amongst each other. So essentially what they're paying is 8,000 APY. So 8,000 APY essentially means if you have $1,000 at the end of the year, you will receive $8,000. That is because your money is compounding over time. It's insane. So you can see the first on the list is Olympus DAO, and the risk with this investment is essentially if the value of the coin goes down, so does the value of whatever you put in there. So assuming that $1,000 does stay $1,000 essentially, if the coin is worth $1,000, if the value of the coin stays $1,000, then you get $8,000. But if the value of the coin goes to $500, then you essentially would end up with $4,000, which is still a gain, but it basically all depends on the value of the coin, what you end up getting. But the APY stays the same, 8,000%. The next one on the list you see is 80,000%. This is Invictus DAO. This is essentially the same thing that I just mentioned, but it's built on Solana. The first one that I mentioned, Olympus DAO, is built on Ethereum, and the next one is built on Solana. The next one I want to talk about is Bankless DAO. So shout out to Bankless DAO. They're a YouTube and essentially crypto guide people. They help people just learn about crypto a lot. You can check out their YouTube channel. I just kind of like the vibe, so I just bought some just cause I enjoy what they do. And that's what you'll notice a lot about when you get to the bottom of the list here. These are just fun projects I'm interested in. So the next one is Kraus DAO, and they're interested in actually buying an NBA team. They're trying to buy the Chicago Bulls. So that's just pretty interesting to me. Again, I didn't put my whole life savings on it, but like I invested in it because it's something that interests me. So I would love to be a part owner of a basketball team, you know, if that is possible to happen, you know. Next on the list, I have stablecoins, and I've already made videos on my channel about this. Stablecoins are giving you currently 9 to 12% APY. If you're using Celsius, you get 12%. If you're using Gemini or BlockFi or Voyager, I think you're getting 9%. So play around with those, use it, because why not? It's stable coin, so your dollar is gonna stay back to the coin. And then I also have some NFTs here, and I don't want to go too much into details about this, but these are just fun stuff to play around with, because you know it's kind of fun to dabble in other aspects of the market and not just the trading side. These are just some projects that I picked up and I'm interested in, so just wanted to show you my investment spread. I hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, YouTube, thanks for stopping by. If you like this video, make sure you smash that like button, because it's gonna continue to make me motivated to make videos like this. Also, if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you stick around, because we're always gonna be talking about some good investment plays possibly that you could hop into, and you could also give me some tips too, you know. But anyway, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Take care.